So recently, Pokemon just revealed something about winds and waves that's honestly really interesting. Now, you might not have caught on to this whole ordeal, but I did. And honestly, it's looking really interesting. So recently, the Pokemon Company released a Pokemon Dragonite special delivery episode. Now, honestly, this might not seem like anything. It's based in Paldea, who cares? But when you really look at the trailer, you'll see some regions that you've probably never ever seen before. And this definitely could lead into the idea of potentially Pokemon Winds and Waves. So in this video, we'll be discussing everything from the leaks of Winds and Waves that we know so far and the potential theories that this entire show could lead into. Let's get straight into it. Now really, when I watched the show, I was like, this looks definitely very familiar. I was wondering, this is pretty much Paldea, but it seems a lot different. There's a lot of POIs that I don't necessarily know anything about. For example, there's just a random building that looks like in the middle of like two mountains in the middle, like the complete middle. Now this is something that was potentially leaked for Winds and Waves. A couple weeks ago, I would say, or even months ago, we've seen a leak about a potential research lab on a different island or a massive research lab or something. This potentially could be that same building that could end up on the mountain or on the island. That's definitely really interesting. Now also, what I really wanted to discuss that really clicked for me was the volcano. Now Dragonite, as he goes to different regions, that's what the episode is all about. He goes to different regions, he goes and delivers sort of like news and special delivery and letters and stuff. So he flies from Paldea, and then he goes over to Galar, and then he goes over to Lumiose, and this is all real connected. But also, in between those, you can see that Dragonite actually goes to like 3 regions that we know that are inside Pokemon Winds and Waves. First off, you have the volcano in the center of the island. If you look at this picture right here, this looks very familiar, very coincidental, don't you think? That the volcano could actually be something in Winds and Waves. Pokemon loves to do that. They love to reveal things, sneak peek or whatever the case may be inside of the anime TV show to go straight to the actual Pokemon games. So I have no doubt about it that this is probably a pretty big reference. Now of course, this could just be Hisui. Like if you remember, there was a volcano. But seeing as this definitely looks a little bit different than that volcano, it seems like that volcano is actually in the middle of the island. It definitely is very interesting. You also have the fact that the camera pans down underwater and you see some fish and you see some Pokemon that we know that are going to be inside of Pokemon Winds and Waves. It's definitely really interesting. We also had a leak about how legendary, like past legendary Pokemon, are going to have something to do with the story. Coincidentally, Kyogre is also as they fly along. So I don't know about you, but it's definitely something that I really come to think about. Yeah, I honestly think that Dragonite has something to do with this whole game. Because also, if you remember, there was supposed to be a dragon type island. What does the dragon type island have to do with anything? Well, Dragonite definitely could be a member of society worker for the dragon type island. Wouldn't that make a lot of sense? Personally, I think it does make a lot of sense. Pokemon, for the 30th anniversary, they were like, here you go guys, we might not be spreading more information this year, but it's surely going to be exciting. You also have the fact that there's a frozen type island and sort of like a leafage island and also being able to go underwater. First off, we know that there's going to be a mountain, sort of like Mount Everest inside of Pokemon Winds and Waves. It's going to be a very tall mountain. Well, there you go. This show literally has that very tall mountain. It also has underwater exploration. There was a leak a little bit ago that said something about seeing like glowing spots that could mean like treasure inside Winds and Waves. This show seems to have that, but I don't know if I completely buy this. This could easily be just reflections. This could easily be just like different fish, lanterns, or whatever the case may be. But overall, I think that this is definitely all very interesting. And honestly, Winds and Waves is set to be a fantastic and, shall we say, even a phenomenal game with so many things to do, so many things to explore. So this definitely showed what we could see in that upcoming Pokemon game. But overall, do you think I went too onto this? Do you think there's just nothing here, nothing burgers throwing spitballs at me? Or do you think I was maybe onto something? Pokemon wins in waves. Hey, it's coming, and it was already sort of revealed. Anyways, what are your thoughts on this? Let me know in the comment section down below, and thank you so much for watching. See you in the next one.